on this episode of Far Out, NASA's wild side at Kennedy Space Center.
First thing you do, if you ever pick up a tortoise, is you always point it away.
They'll pee on you.
They'll pee.
That's what you're trying to say.
I was looking for the proper verbiage.
Where there's a fascinating coexistence between nature and technology.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff of Artemis 1.
Meet some of the prehistoric, burrowing, and feathered friends who call this space center home, and the people who work to protect them. You think you know NASA? Well, think again. I'm Megan Cruz. Come with me to experience the extraordinary, the unexpected. This is Far Out. Welcome to NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida, where thousands of people come together to unravel the mysteries of our universe. But while they work on science experiments, build spacecraft, and launch rockets, other creatures are out and about too. Of Kennedy's 144,000 acres, 95% is protected habitat, as the Canaveral National Seashore and Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge. Over 330 kinds of birds, 117 types of fish, 25 different mammals, and 65 kinds of amphibians and reptiles. Balancing wildlife preservation and space exploration can be tricky, but NASA is committed to doing both. Just ask Russ Lowers, an ecologist at Kennedy. Of course, it's a big truck, Russ. After hoisting my tiny body into his humongous truck, he tells me about a threatened species native to the southeastern U.S. that's plentiful here at KSC. And perhaps, ironically, most opposite a rocket, the gopher tortoise. Today, we're checking up on the hard-shelled herbivore. All right, so where are we going?
We're going to an area called Tel 4. It's in the southernmost region of the Kennedy Space Center.
Okay, and why are we going there?
We're going there to check out a gopher tortoise that has created a gap or a space underneath a fence that is a security breach.
Why is it called a security breach? It sounds so scary.
Well, just they don't want anything else going into that fenced-in area. They want basically everything to stay outside that fence perimeter. That way they know that, their building is safe and they don't have any issues with any types of animals or people. If there is a tortoise within that burrow, we'll set a bucket trap or a fall trap. And then we will go ahead and check that trap every day. And once a tortoise falls in that trap, we'll go ahead and move it to a new location.
But before we could even check on the troublesome tortoise burrow, I had a feeling this was Justice. What's up?
Hey, sorry. I'm not sure we can get through there. It looks like they're making everybody turn around yet.
Our team ran into what we like to call a rocket wrench traffic jam.
A lot of times they'll have to take rocket parts from the manufacturing facilities to the pad. So we have to go around the rockets or stand by and let the rockets go by.
Yeah, I've been stuck for a good 30 minutes. Just pulled over on the side of the road because the rocket part was just moving real slow.
Well, they don't move them fast when they're on the ground. That's for sure.
So instead, we're now on our way to another popular tortoise spot, Kennedy's historic Launch Complex 39B. Many important missions took flight from here, like Apollo 10 in 1969, the final test launch before landing Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the moon with Apollo 11. Also, STS-1 in 1981, the first launch of the Space Shuttle program. Most recently, Artemis 1 soared off the launch pad in 2022, the final test to see if a new rocket and spacecraft could return humans to the moon's orbit with Artemis 2.
So this is the camera pad, and this is where all the tortoise burrows are. As you can see, there are a bunch of tortoises.
Oh, wow. Russ periodically checks on these burrows using a burrow camera.
This is basically a camera that we stick within the burrow itself, and it'll give us a video of what's down in the hole.
These cameras allow Russ and other ecologists on center to keep an eye on the tortoises. So, if you think about it, tortoises are kind of like the human engineers they work alongside. While those engineers design and build technology